100 voices in your head. With every twist and every turn, pulling every single thread. I may have 1,000 names, but in the end they're all the same. I play whatever role you need to guide your way. Welcome to the Matrix, where I am your god. It may be a simulation, but I ain't no fraud. I play your friend and your foe, design your joy and your woe. And if the red dress caught your eye, I'm doing something right. Welcome to my world. Let's see who comes out to play tonight.
Here you go.
Welcome back, everyone, to Martyria! We're For the Win, your favorite weekly Wednesday D&D actual play. I'm your Dungeon Master, Nick. Has it already been a week? It feels like it's been 6. Maybe that's because of all the stuff that's been going on in between session, the texts, the chats, the theories, the planning. None of that I'm privy to, but, I imagine what my players are talking about. Who's to say? Anyway, we're in for hopefully another fun session. And stream, if you haven't gathered by this point, we're getting pretty close to the end of this campaign. It's not going to end tonight, not unless, I don't know, everybody dies or something. But we got a little bit of life left into us. Yeah, you're right. Never say never. Never say never. But
I bumped my keyboard and accidentally switched to myself for a second. Sorry about that.
Oh, and if you heard and you saw, good news, we've got Ruby back. And so we're going to introduce our players. Let's go ahead and we're going to start with Ruby. Yeah, that's right.
No.
Since cat's out of the bag.
I didn't mean to do that. New system, new setup. We've got so much help from Rafin, Scott, and the whole team to get this running very smoothly, and I'm actually getting updated on it. But my name is Ruby. I'm back playing Enyo, and I have a little poem for you guys, so bear with me now. He did not wear his scarlet coat, for blood and wine are red, and blood and wine were on his hands when they found him with the dead. The poor dead souls whom he knew and murdered in their beds. Each man kills the thing he loves, by each let this be heard. Some do it with a bitter look, some with a flattering word. This coward did it with words, I will kill him with my sword. Some kill their love when they are young, and some when they are old. Some strangle with the hands of lust, some with the hands of gold. The kindest use a knife because the dead so soon grow cold. So with curious eyes and sick surmise, I've watched him day by day, and wondered if each one of us would end the self-same way. For now I send him straight to hell, his sightless soul condemn. For today I kill him dead for good, so that never would I see his face in this sweet world again. And that's my poem.
All right, someone's been saving up for the last several weeks. Well done, Ruby. We love having you back, and we're going to follow that up with our main man, Scott.
Hey there, I'm Scott. I play Rafin. Ruby returns, our circle complete. Enyo back, and soon we meet. Through dark trials, we held the line, and now the stars again align. To Smash, who filled the empty space with skill and heart and boundless grace, our thanks to you for standing brave. Now let's put the Herald in his grave.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Smash, if you're watching, we loved playing with you. Come back sometime. A lovely tribute and a threat to me. Next up, we have Smash.
All right, I refuse to go after Enyo or Scott. Let's not do this.
You can go after me. Mine's not good.
Oh God!
Oh, you said you wanted to go last.
All right.
You're already on screen. You've got to kind of go. You're already there. You just gotta.
Hi guys.
Got it.
I'm Snash. I play WoW.
The one and only time she's ever said that.
I need it for a video, okay?
Oh no!
In 37 episodes, I've never said that. All right.
Wow, I didn't even realize that. I'm gonna have to go back.
We checked them all.
Last night,
wow.
Last night I died, my soul lost to orders tied, in a realm where darkness reigns, but a spark pulled me from the chains. Now I live, but I bear the cost, the souls of my parents forever lost.
Oof. Heavy.
Womp womp.
Maybe we should have ended on that, but
What up, I'm
you
low.
You know what?
This is gonna
Now
be
it's up
way
to
less
Matilda to
serious.
bring us home. Matilda, what you got?
All right. Hello, I play Sitsu. Hark, the Herald's angel, aged kin, Enyo and Rafin go to skin. Woe, the moral's gray to save the villain's soul, and Sitsu upon a sacrificial sword herself to throw. How will our party end this day? That's all I have to say.
Nice.
Nice. That's a good way to end it. I like it.
That's all we have to say. And Ruby's been away for some time. Those of you at home have at least been away for a week. So let's do a little recap, shall we? So last time, the party, sans Enyo, where is she? I don't know. We'll find out. We're in the Garden of God, the former home of the Shimmer, in a battle against opportunity. The first phase of the fight went pretty well, without much incident. But then, in the second phase of fighting this dragon of psychic energy and gravitational force, things got a little bit more difficult. We had lair actions, reversing gravity, creating opportunity or event horizons, and blasting people with all sorts of bad stuff, telekinesis, and towards the end of the fray, 100 feet in the air due to the reversed gravity, Woe, unconscious after having fallen once before only to be revived, fell quite literally to her death. And only by the grace of basically divine intervention, with sacrificing Arcanexes and the Chalice of the Sin Mender that has become a staple for Sitsu and healing up her pals, was Owlin able to bring Woe from the brink, but not before Woe paid a visit to her patron order in his domain, taunted, and when Woe said, "Let me go back," said, "Sure. However, you gotta finish the job." And Woe's parents appeared, one eye missing a piece, and as Woe refused, pulled from this plane with Gobblefunk in tow back to the mortal world. And as the party spoke with opportunity, received his blessing in a different sense this time, said that he would release them. Got some answers, some clues about the Herald, about the task ahead of them, and we're ultimately deciding after resting where to go next. Go find Enyo, go to the promontory and the obelisk, and that decision remains in the air. But all the while, Enyo has been elsewhere. So that is where we will begin tonight. Enyo, if we rewind the clock, the others have made their way into the Oraculum after seems like y'all have just been chasing your tails, going aimlessly for days now, but they're going to go fiddle with a machine, and you and Fade have decided to stay outside. Fade more so because of his size, you because, well, Enyo, why have you stayed outside?
Fade's such a good boy. Enyo's gonna turn to Fade and say that you're such a good boy, Fade. I need to slip something in real quick to one of your pouches for Rafin. I just want you to hold on to it for him, and just let him know that you have that when the time comes. And then she's gonna just slip that in and take a few steps back and say, "Watch out for him, okay? I'll see you in a little while." And then she's gonna vanish down the street before the horse could even like take 2 steps towards her.
And Fade does a little clopping in place, but ultimately stays put, does not give chase. Enyo, you've slipped away from the others. What's on your minds? Where are your shoes taking you?
My feet are going to meander a little bit once I clear the view of Fade, as I start to contemplate all that's happened and all that I myself have done and then left undone. And it's really what I've left undone that's going to sit in Enyo's mind, in my mind, as I start to pass into Riverside, walking where, that once proud little secret hideout used to be, taking a pause to look around and just contemplate on what Orange would think and remember how I had to let him go after discovering him in past. And with a deep sigh, I'm gonna then think even further back as I start to meander towards the Mariners Guild. Just endless wandering, in a sense, towards that direction now.
As you walk through Riverside and as you crossed the square, everything is very empty. As you remember from when the Syndicate and Reapers were sent off to do whatever the hell they pleased, with no pressure from the Knights of Juris being that they're all gone, people seem to have retreated into their homes. Doors are closed. You don't see lights peeking from behind drawn curtains. Everything is very still, with the exception of the occasional howl you'll hear in the distance, or cackle of laughter and rabble-rousing of what you can imagine belongs to those individuals. And when you approach the Mariners League, you see its principal ship in the center of the guild territory, anchored permanently to in position. You know that this is the stronghold of the league, and you see that they have set up a physical barrier around the portion of the common space, about 25-30 yards from the entrance, and several more layers of barriers leading to those front doors. Make a perception check.
Oh, wait. I gotta remember how to do that. I remembered!
Nice.
Enyo, you can see they are well hidden, but you are looking for just like the most minor glint of metal in the moonlight, or the tiniest clink of plates, or the subtlest of signs of life. And you see, by your estimation, there are a good 50 mariners behind these barriers at various intervals, arrows pointed outward, weapons drawn at the ready. What do you do?
Makes sense. I'm far enough away that they can probably see me, but they're not in a range truly of me. Would you say?
If those with bows wanted to shoot you,
they
could certainly reach. Yes.
Right. That makes sense, though. It's chaos right now. I'm gonna pull up from my memory the streets of the Mariners Guild from when I was little, and circumvent the main entrance and just continue forward. Like, it would almost seem like there was a pause once I saw the barriers, and then the quick scan, and then I'm just going to keep moving. Not really wanting them to be aroused by me walking through. and I'm going to walk towards. Oh gosh, the manor's in the upper left corner of the map, right?
Right.
Yeah, upper right. So I'm going to walk in traction to like if I wanted to circle that direction in a sense, but also like keeping in mind the alleyways and everything, because I do want to try and go in there and see what all they're doing and dealing with.
Perfect. And so now, Enyo, you would know that the way that the guild headquarters is positioned, it's on the eastern bank of the river here, and the river cuts right up to and through the wall. So it has this barrier on the back and the north of it, or the left and the north of it, against someone trying to sneak in. But there's always ways to get on board a ship other than the front doors. There's the water itself. There's a bit of the of one of the masts that hangs over just a little bit, that if you were sneaky enough, you might be able to climb aboard and scamper onto the ship.
Are those the only two visible options at the location that I see that would get me into where I'm kind of aiming for?
Yeah, if you're trying to get into the headquarters, then yeah, that would be your play.
Let's. Do I still have it? I do. Do I still have that? I do. How close is that mast to scamper up? Like, is there barrels or crates nearby that I could use as leverage, or a low-hanging roof to jump over onto it? Or would it be better to use my grappling hook and rope to quickly hook and pull up onto it?
You would know that the grappling hook would certainly do the trick. It would get you there faster, but it might draw some attention if you don't hit just right, if it's making any noise.
I'm going to need the stealthiest possible way to get up there using the mast and not swim. Unless I fail and just plop into the water like a fish.
Go ahead and roll a stealth check, then.
Okay.
Damn.
2 nat 20s.
Hey,
Enyo,
Scott, whatever color her dice are, make your dice that color.
Motherfucker.
Well, that's why your rolls have been so bad.
Easy it is.
It does not run in the family. It does not run in the family at all.
Ruby,
that was so nice of you, Scott.
Teach me.
Enyo, you, with cat's grace, just leap up, grab onto the mast, and silently pull yourself up, and just gracefully, silently, effortlessly glide across it and land on the main deck of the ship. So from this position, if you were trying to... Now, realistically, you probably haven't been inside the guild headquarters, but you see that off to the left are what looks like a captain's cabin, and if you were to go down the side of the ship, you would be able to get to the where they've built doors into the side of the ship.
So what I'm actually doing now that I'm up there is listening keenly to where the conversations are coming from. I want to hear, as I lean towards the captain's quarters, do I hear any conversation or movement in that way? Or am I hearing more rebel rousing and movement down below in the other door areas? Because what I want to do is I want to, using my stealth, sneak up and try and listen. Because I'm trying to discern where the actual conversation that I'm looking to hear, or the location of the person that I'm thinking about pretty actively that's been triggered in my memory. Mm-hmm. Where would they be? If they're not here, though, who's the person that's going to be able to have that conversation and I'm going to be able to overhear it? That's what's going through my mind as I sneak around.
So, Enyo, as you're listening, just ears attuned to the slightest sound, you hear a little bit of conversation, one person talking down off the ship, out in those rows of barriers that have been erected, and then suddenly there's a loud booming voice from the deck of the crow's nest of the ship says, "We said silence, gods damn it! Silence!" And again, everything is silence. In looking up at the crow's nest, the voice certainly didn't sound like your quarry. Not sure who exactly that would have been, but you are now aware that there is someone up there scanning the area.
Now,
but you have shadows to hide you.
Yeah, when I jumped on board, I immediately, obviously, in my opinion, as Enyo, I would have immediately gone to the nearest crates and barrels and shadows to conceal myself. How far from... You know what? How visible? I'm trying to think about the deck of a ship versus the crow's nest, because the crow's nest usually always looks out. They're not always looking down at the base of the ship.
Yeah, I mean, there's a blind spot directly beneath it.
Right. So, how far away is the captain's door to the captain's quarter?
So you are on the the bow of the ship, and the captain's quarters are on the stern. So it's a good 75 feet away from you.
Okay. I'm going to stealthily and quietly make my way to the center, to the main mast where the crow's nest is. And just see if I listen, like as I listen, see if I hear them muttering. And also see if I can kind of get an idea of where their head is pivoting and turning, where they're, visually viewing the area.
Make another stealth check. And still moving as silently and perceptively as possible, you slink in the shadows, slowly making your way underneath the crow's nest. But as you approach, you can see that the individual above is leaning over on their elbows, and their attention is out toward their the members of the guild. They are not looking down.
Do I recognize the face at all? Is there enough light or moonlight to identify who that is?
So this is someone that you would have certainly seen around the Riverside in the League. This is one of the lieutenants of the guild, not Kivas Rainier himself, not even one of the family, but you would know this as Jarman, and his last name is Greymore, of the Asher Heights Greymores.
Okay. Can I move over to the captain's door using the shadows and whatever crates are in the area to just listen in to see if there's any actually activity within that room at all? And heartbeats. Just in case I want to listen to see if I can hear anybody's.
All right, roll a perception check to see, do you hear heartbeats?
Just, because if everybody's told to be quiet, can I identify if there's people breathing or hearts beating in there? So
to sense a heartbeat is going to be pretty... Okay, 16. You hear, as you approach the captain's quarters door, not able to pick up any heartbeats. That would be pretty wild. But you do hear a very slight scuffle, as if a chair, maybe someone sitting in it moved just a little bit.
Based on the ship that I'm upon, do I know that there's any portholes or windows around the backside of that would come out that would be viewable from inside the captain's quarters? Like, if I didn't want to open the door, would I be able to sleuth around to the side and then view in from the side of the ship?
Yeah, as you were kind of scoping out the area, you would have seen that there are indeed a viewing window, curtains drawn. Damn. But glass breaks. Locks can be picked.
Yeah, still want to pick
from the inside.
The door. And the curtains are drawn.
Yeah, everything has a very buttoned up, quiet, tense feel.
Okay. If I were to make my way over to one of the main windows that's like covered and closed around the edge of the ship, would I be able to jar that open and pick that lock open to slide behind the curtains as stealthily as possible?
So you can go ahead and test the window. So if you're trying to pry it open,
not pry, just like see if it locked. How does it actually open? Is this like it's gonna pop open, or is this like it pushes inward? Like, how would I open this? I guess investigation.
So this
maybe,
is. You would know just from the general like safety ideas that the lock is going to be inside. These would be windows that would open outward.
If I were to slide a dagger between the slits between the two panes, though, there wouldn't be a way to jimmy it open as quietly as possible, would there?
It stands to reason that it's certainly possible.
Great. I'm gonna gently and as quietly as possible give the dagger or the tools a try to see if I can pop it open. And if I feel like it's too much resistance or like the noise volume increase just enough and I hear movement, I will stop and retreat.
Right.
That's the
roll
goal.
Sleight of hands.
Oh, could have been a good one. Wasn't as good as I wanted it to be.
And as you are fiddling with your dagger at the between the panes, trying to pull back if there's the slightest risk of sounds, you are able to free the latch, but as it flips up into position, there is an audible tick, and you hear the sound of moving chairs inside.
Does it sound like more than one moving chair?
It does.
Oh, I'm gonna retreat back to the shadows, slipping my dagger out and retreat back to the shadows in a way that even if someone were to like stick their head out, like around the curve of the ship in a sense. Do you know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. To where like if I were to look over, I could see if the windows that I was just at gets opened, but like they couldn't see me in a sense. That's what I'm gonna slide as quickly as I can or stealthily.
As you are moving away, the windows fly open and there is a voice shouting out, "Someone's breaking in! Someone's breaking in!" And a light shines down from the crow's nest onto the base of the ship, and suddenly there are footsteps coming from just about every direction, charging, scouring the surface of the ship. Roll stealth at disadvantage.
Okay, and that's not control. Is that alt? No, wait. Which one is it?
That is control.
Control. Okay. Oh, not as pretty as I wanted it to be.
And while some in their initial scan of the ship would certainly fail to see you, with a roll of 16, all of the eyes on the ship, everybody listening and looking, it is not long before suddenly attention is turned to you, Enyo. You count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a dozen individuals closing in on you. What do you do? Weapons drawn.
Am I still on the ship though?
Yeah.
Or on the Mariners Guild? Mm-hmm. Okay. I see two options in front of me. I'm trying to decide which one would be better. Shoot. Hold on. I am going to sheath my dagger.
Okay.
Put my hands up and slowly walk out to where they are. And just hold my hands up. Nothing in them. And just nod them as I plop down onto the deck where, like, the people that I'm assuming came out from the captain's quarters had just run out to see.
Yes,
or jumping into the window, whichever's like easier to either jump through the window or jump back up onto the deck with my hands up.
I imagine on the deck, hands up, clearly showing that you mean no harm. It doesn't stop 24 individuals from closing in, circling around you, weapons pointed at you. Identify yourself, intruder.
My name's Enyo. Don't think that's gonna ring any bells, though.
Enyo?
Mm-hmm.
Surname?
No, not that name. That name doesn't have a surname. It's literally just Enyo.
Just Enyo.
Mm-hmm.
What is your business at the League?
Trying to reconnect with a few people from my past, but as I'm sure you're aware, and I kind of gesture to the barricades over to the side and the people around me, it's a little tense, and there wasn't the easiest way to try and find where they might be. So, apologies for the
Speak plainly. Who are you here to see?
The Guildmaster.
The Guildmaster. And the person who was in the crow's nest, who has descended, dips into the hold of the ship for a moment and comes back 30 seconds later and says, "The master will see you."
Thank you. Thanks for not stabbing. Can I put my hands down now?
Nope, keep them up.
Yep, got it. And you're just going to march with her hands up across the deck, just keeping them up and wide, over to Lieutenant Graymore. I'd be like, following you, sir.
And he guides you back down and off the deck of the ship and through the doors in the side of the ship into the ship's holds. And as you pass through, there is a ringing in your ears. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Hold on one second. Is that automatic? Is my shoot. Not that one. Oh. The Iron Mind, is that automatic?
Yeah, you've got your wisdom saves.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure. Constitution. Saving throw, right?
Mm-hmm. Hot damn, another nat 20. 3 and twice as many rolls. Enyo,
we're screwed the rest of the session.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
You shake this sensation from your head as a fist like a hammer fist comes crashing down at your neck, and as you feel yourself lurch forward, suddenly everything begins to skip. And we'll come back to where Enyo ends up after this. The party back in the Garden of Gods with opportunity around you. You've rested, contemplated taking another rest to decide what it is you want to do. What's your plan?
You want me to send Enyo a message?
Yeah, we need to find her.
Okay.
Yeah, if this all surrounds the Herald, and the Herald is coming from wherever, like, Enyo came from, should try to find her again.
Yeah. So where should we tell her that we're going?
This all seems to be leading us toward the manor. Should we tell her to meet us there?
That works.
I mean, Raven, you kind of have been seeing little pieces. Like, do you?
Yeah, I
Is
actually
there, like, somewhere
want
else
to try
you see?
again. So, if you recall, I bought a potion shortly after we first met, with the idea that it might help me remember some of my lost memories and memories of my wife. I'd like to actually try that now and see if I can learn anything more about potentially what actually occurred to create the Herald in the first place.
Still haven't drank that shit, man?
I'm not that thirsty. It's amazing.
I mean, maybe you'll remember more about the Herald and it'll give us a good idea of where to go.
That's my thinking.
You confident that's not like poison? You got it from Falco, right?
Oh shit, you did. You better look at it before you drink that shit.
I mean, it's clearly labeled.
See,
they got ingredients.
The label with a question mark.
It's 110 calories.
Yeah, it's XXX on the front. You turn around, the back says question mark.
It's a 5-hour memory is the label.
All right, we're going to go ahead and give it a shot.
Okay, you drink this cram cordial, which until your next long rest, you have advantage on Arcana, History, Nature, and Religion checks. But what is it you're trying to do with this, Rafin, as you drink this little dainty hot pink potion that you paid a premium for?
Trying to probe my memory, any latent flashes, visions for things related to the time when the Shimmer, I was involved in some way in the kidnapping of a Shimmer, the slaughter of the family, or anything related to the Red-Eyed Child. So I'm just reaching for these memories.
Rafin, you get flashes of them when you're almost dead. Do we need to beat you up?
Hey, look at me. Do I look like I'm doing okay even when I'm fully rested?
Fair.
Will puts her hands down as Eldridge Blast is getting ready.
We were C2 and Mo were standing around him ready.
So, Rafin, you concentrate, you feel as if the veins in your head are pumping with blood, even though you know that that's impossible. You feel sharp, you feel focused, and go ahead and roll a since you are actively seeking it out. Yeah, go ahead and roll a history check. See, can you access this part of your...
All right. And I don't even care what it rolls. I'm going to use knowledge from a past life on top of this.
Okay.
Can I guide him?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna fucking need it.
You get the D4.
So knowledge from a past life allows you to add a D6. So you're going to add a D6 and a D4.
All right.
With advantage.
This is the level
You
of
already did the advantage. It's a 10 on the advantage.
Okay, so there's the D6.
Okay, that's up to a 15. And now 17. Rafin, you feel this thrumming, and it seems to be concentrating in the space around your eye sockets, these blackened veins that have shown up since your fight with Opportunity and all of this magic that has surged out of you. And you feel that familiar sensation like you're going to be sick, but this time, instead of fighting it, you lean into it, and Rafin, everything fades. And as sensation returns, there are the shouts of and jeers of a crowd, and the lights in this circular room are dim except for the one trained on you and the small lifeless form in front of you. You look down at your left arm and it is almost dangling from your body. The scales have been lacerated deeply. Blood has poured from it, but it'll be okay. This is only your third fight, but you've already suffered worse. Just a little bit of time, and everything will be as good as new. That's why they keep you around, and that's why you've become a little bit of a favorite here in the Beast Ring. You see the glint of gold changing hands in the stands up above you, and before long, two of the tenders come rushing in, much taller than you, wrapping you up and moving you towards your quarters, if you can call them that. You get one last glance at the young girl lying on the ground. You don't know her name. You're not allowed to fraternize. You're kept separate. But she must have had family like you once did. Must have had friends, hopes, dreams. But now, like so many others, gone. And unlike you, she's not coming back. As you are roughly tossed into your chamber, your cell, a pile of hay and a bucket of tepid, sour water awaits you. Rafen, what do you do?
Well, I want to take a little stock of the cell, maybe go over and have a sip of the water. What can I learn about the room around me?
The room is small, 6 by 6 feet. If you were taller, if you were grown like some of the others that you hear at night howling, screaming in pain, in misery, banging on the walls, then you would have to stoop, but you're still short. You see on the left hand side of the wall signs of your previous occupants, tally marks clawed into the stone. 73 of them. They made it a long time. Most, not remotely so. And as you are taking in this space, this sad space that is your space, you hear the sound of footsteps. And as the first layer of gates opens, you see a familiar face, a man that you've seen exactly once up close and several other times in the stands. He is pale-skinned, squat, twisted blonde beard and hair. He looks not unlike the man who took you, but different, less fearsome. And in the short while that you've been here, you've picked up some of the language out of necessity. And you see that this man is not alone, and he has a greedy look in his eye. And you see the man beside him is taller, leaner, more composed. He has a seafoam green mustache and similarly colored hair, and his eyes, white and piercing, gaze at you with a hunger, with something that looks like excitement. And as the two speak, clapping each other on the back, the word that catches your attention, the one word that you know, endure. And then the scene fades, and you are back with the others in the garden. Rafen, you still feel this pumping through you, this potion that you drank. What do you do?
So I relay what I've seen to the rest of the party, and in particular, the description in as much detail as I can recall of the two men who came to the cell, to see if anyone recognizes who they might be.
Oh, we've been there before.
I'm pretty sure we fought there.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. We went to
Lyle almost died.
I mean, did I though?
Oh yeah, well,
Yeah.
not you, Lyle.
Kind of.
Other Lyle. He did die, but
Some other guy.
You,
Oh, he died?
the dead you. Well, he didn't.
He died in the
he was-
ring?
No. He did great in the ring.
He just died in general.
Broken
What
heart.
was it?
Trying to keep Woe
no,
alive, actually.
that sounds
but
like Kivas.
it does. No, they
Yeah.
sound familiar though. But
It sounds like Kivas and what's the dude, the head of the Reapers' homie's name is what?
You would remember that's
the guy
Kashal
that Enyo
Runecleave,
was trying
Yeah.
to square up with.
recently
Mhm.
deceased,
Very
dropped
uh
around the Obsidian Street Monument.
he had a very
But-
punchable face.
Yeah. he did.
And Rafen, as this flashed before you, in the moments, the man that they've identified as Kivas, his face seemed strange, but as now you're back as Rafin, you recognize this is the same man that you've been seeing. This is simply a different time or a different perspective.
So this is the child's father.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
So
That would make sense because
shit.
they're the ones that took out Enyo's family.
Wait, who exactly did you say that he was saying? I'm getting confused because I feel like you said two different.
Kivas Rainier.
Okay, so just wanted to make sure that was who you said. I wasn't sure.
So
All right. So Kivas was clearly involved in using kids for sport, and obviously more than that. So
well, Opportunity said that that there's multiple souls, right? A little bit of the Shimmer, a little bit of the Herald.
And
So
Kivas liked to do a bunch of weird shit to try and bring people back to life. Like, that's how the night birds happened, right?
Yeah, weird shit in a bad way, not a good way.
I side-eye whoa real hard.
Not with a safe word. Yeah.
Yeah. Non-consensual weird shit.
So if he was using
Damn.
the people that survived the fight ring from Cashel as stronger specimens, that would make sense.
Yep. So, question for you, Rafin.
Yeah.
You didn't participate in harvesting of the beast people for the fighting rings, did you?
I think I may have. So when I was seeing through the eyes of the young Shimmer, who I believe was the one who I just experienced a memory from, I believe it was the younger previous me that actually collected him in the first place.
Oh, that's pretty fucked up, man.
Yeah, I don't feel good about that.
That's bad.
Holy shit. So
that's why
everything that's
Opportunity
happening
wanted
is
to
your
kill
fault.
us anyway.
Well, I suspect that's why Opportunity singled me out to be his emissary
God.
to try to stop you.
Damn, that's fucked up.
You were the
man.
penance.
So I have 2 more of these potions.
Do you want to do that now?
Do you want to just test the
That sounds like some heavy shit.
I say we roll the dice on this one and let's see what else we can learn.
Okay. Can I offer a suggestion?
Sure.
Can we save one to see if maybe Enyo wants to take one? Because
Sure.
her memories are all fucked up.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. All right, I'm going in again.
Do we get to? We still don't have to beat you up, right? Okay.
As you chug another one of these, you feel the effects seem to be amplified. Like you are almost getting jittery as the world around you seems almost to slow as your processing speed is just heightened. Rafin, go ahead and as you focus on this feeling, the sensation that's growing as you drink this second potion, roll another history check.
Sitsu, help him.
I said I was gonna guide him again.
Oh,
don't even need it.
There he goes with the nat 20.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Take the guidance anyway, just in case.
4 nat 20s tonight? And so, Rafin, as you give in to this sensation and the world around you disappears, it rematerializes and you feel yourself lying down on hard stone. The space around you, like if you look straight up, you can see a ledge above you 10 feet, and then above that another 20 is the ceiling. And as you look around, it becomes quickly apparent that you are held in place on this slab by restraints. His back is turned to you, but you see who you know to be your father. You see his hair seems to be standing on ends as if he has not bathed in some time, almost as if he was pulling it out. And he's busy fiddling with something 5 feet away. And he calls out to you, still with his back turned. So, you said that you were ready. Are you really?
I think that I am. I think I am. I know that this is what you need.
It's not what I need. It's what she needs. Never forget, this is not for me. This is for her.
Yeah, I'm ready. Tell me what this is. Tell me what I'll feel, what I'll become.
You will feel the full spectrum of sensation, boy. But at first, this will be pleasant. And as he turns around, you see he holds a large, withered hand. It is little more than bone at this point, but there is just a bit of flesh. He sets it down with a syringe in his right hand full of gold and silver liquid. The two colors seem to be at odds with each other, refusing to fully mix. He swishes it around, and for a moment, they create one homogeneous shade. And as that happens, he sticks the needle into your left arm and plunges the plunger. And it feels like your body is on fire, but you don't feel the sting of the flames. It's as if your nerves are awakening. Your breath slows almost to the point of stopping entirely. And it doesn't feel like it hurts, like you need to draw another. And as the restraints at your arms and legs seem to grow tighter as your muscles flex, how does it feel, boy?
It feels strange. I feel stronger.
Yes. That was the good part. That was the not so bad one. This won't be as pleasant. And he grabs a second syringe. This is jet black. Bite down as he puts a strip of leather between your teeth. And as he sticks the second needle into your arm, suddenly you feel your fingers fall off of your hands. Your toes melt away from you. The skin of your flesh begins to peel and slough off as every one of those newly awakened nerves screams in agony as this viscous black liquid courses through you. And as you bite down on this leather, chewing straight through it, it slips from your mouth and you scream. And he says, yes, let it out, boy, let it out. The first of many. And then the pain overtakes you. And Rayfin, you are back in your body. There's a ringing in your ears, and for a moment you feel the phantom sensation of your skin sloughing off your body. But, well, you have 5 fingers.
All right, I shake it off as best as I can, and then again relay the vision to the remainder of the party to see if anyone has any insight from what I just saw.
Oh, goddamn. Sounds like they had to, force the hand to work for them, rather than it just, being gifted, it was for Enyo.
He, twisted it somehow. I know when
you
Enyo
think the
took
Herald...
Oh,
Go ahead.
I know when Enyo took it, we were supposed to, what was it? We were fighting death, but
yeah, and she had to give up something.
That seems way more fighty.
Yeah. Do you think the Herald is Caspian?
I think he's partially, because, like, I mean, there's part of Caspian in the Arcanex, and that's why Raven's seeing him, right?
I mean, if he's a son, there's only one son, unless there's a son that we don't know about.
Did he,
And
like,
it would
create
explain why
a
he
new
knows
child?
Enyo so well.
Is Enyo
So watch it,
actually
Ruby.
his kid? Did he, like, create a new child? Or do you think that he just, like, took over Caspian's body?
I think
Well-
he punished his son for his wife's death.
So the body that I was just experiencing was definitely getting stronger, at least with the first injection. So I suspect that that body was used.
Okay. And if we need to figure out how the Herald works to get rid of him.
We have one more potion.
Why don't you could save it for Enyo?
We could.
Because she has like memory loss.
What if
I don't
we-
think the Raven gave her back everything.
I don't know. I don't think he did either. But what if we, like, because we have to try and find Enyo, and you were gonna talk to her. Well, can you tell her, like,
Yeah.
can we meet her at, like, that, what was it, the sepulcher?
Oh no! The place is called the Bright Harbor.
Well, that's the, like,
Manor.
manor, but then underground where that she fought to death and Telk's hand was and everything was the sepulcher of the Night Queen.
Could you make that into 2 words for me?
Sepulcher Night.
Okay, she'll know what I'm talking about then.
What are you using the other words for?
Hey, how you doing? What up? It's Woe.
What if it's
All right.
This is when she identifies as Snash playing WoW.
Oh, where does one end and the other begin? I don't know. Okay, so you want me to send her a
38 sessions in, they don't
message?
end anymore. Yeah, because we can go, like, opportunity will drop us wherever. Like, can we?
Okay.
We
I
can
just
meet
have
her
to
there.
concentrate. Okay, let me concentrate. Okay, I'm
Sorry,
gonna spend
okay.
2 charges to cast Sending to Enyo.
Okay.
Sa Enyo. Where are you? We are headed to Sepulcher Night. We fought a dragon. I died. Rafen stuck it in his eye. Love you.
We fought a dragon. I died. Rafen
Rafen
Stuck it in his eye.
in his eye.
There's no.
Enyo makes sense in that
What is the
100%.
antecedent in that sentence? Because it sounds like Rafen and the dragon. Like, it sounds like the dragon got stuck in his eye.
Yep.
Okay.
Enyo, we are going to come to you, but let's take a break so you can formulate your response. But you might change some of that after what happens next. So let's
no
take
doubt.
a break,
No
and
doubt.
we'll see what comes from this.
Good Lord. BRB.
See you soon. All right, everybody. Sorry for the delay. We are back. So, Enyo, you feel the world's, after the shuddering and the jilting stops, everything is still, and you are in an unfamiliar place.
Did I get hit on the head, by the way? Just out of curiosity, because it felt like you said I got hit on the head.
Oh, you got just hammer-fisted in the neck.
Okay,
and right as the worlds skipped, as you lurched. And as you take a quick look of your surroundings, it becomes very clear very quickly that you are restrained on a large metal chair of sorts. And what's more, the space around you, in about a 10-foot diameter, you see that you are inside of some sort of glass cylinder. It goes up maybe 15 feet above you and is domed at the top. You can't tell how thick it is, what type of glass this is, but you are encased. The space out in front of you, you see a wide stone chamber and a pillar in the distance, and next to that pillar, tinkering with something, is a man you haven't seen in some time. The last time you saw him was momentarily in passing. He didn't seem to recognize or register your presence in the Knight's Hall well before you went back, but it is undoubtedly Kivas Rainier. And he turns in your direction, still not looking at you, but you see that there is a long, fresh gash on the side of his face. Clearly, you got a blow in somewhere in between where you were and where you are now. Enyo, what do you do?
I'm going to first examine how I'm chained. Because, I'm a thief. I'm pretty good at picking locks and moving things around. So, do I still have my weapons on me? What do I have upon me? Have I been stripped of anything?
Enyo, you cannot move your head particularly far because there's a metal brace around it that seems to be built in part of this chair. You see your arms are encased in the arms of this chair. You can't see where your hands or your fingers are, but you can feel that your fingers are splayed.
And something holding them splayed apart. Yeah.
There's a similar setup with your legs. As you look down the little bit that you can, you see that you are wearing what you expect to be wearing, but your gear is not at your hip, at your side.
So I'm still wearing my armor, though?
Yeah.
Technically.
Mm-hmm.
That hasn't been removed, but my gear, my weapons, my pack, daggers, bows, all of that's been removed. And as soon as I've felt the sensation, realizing I can move, I immediately cant my eyes back up and look around the cylinder that I can see and pan from left to right in a slow, steady pan to see what besides him is in this room, and to see if I can clock not only the different objects in the room but my weapons and gear as well.
Roll perception with disadvantage because of your physical limitation.
Okay. And that's control, right? Sorry.
It is.
Well,
that's all right.
We'll just take it.
So
that's fine.
From where you are, you can see Kivas is maybe 25 feet away. Further beyond him and to your left, there appears to be a pit in this space. How deep down it goes, you're not sure. From your angle, it looks like maybe it is 30 feet wide in both directions. Those are you immediately notice. And as you look off to your right, the little bit that you can turn your head, you see that there are several closed doors. You do not see an obvious exit in this place, and there are likely more things here that you're just not able to see from your current position. But you also realize that whatever your chair is on and this tube that you seem to be inside seems elevated. Not dramatically so, but just a little bit off of the ground that you see stretching out beyond it.
And if I can't my eyes up, the only thing I saw was a dome shape over the top of this cylinder of what I'm assuming this glass that I'm currently encased in.
Yes.
Okay. Closing my eyes, deep breath. So this looks like a lot of fun. Is there any particular reason you wanted to tie me up?
She stirs. And Kivas moves over towards you. Says, I was beginning to think that I'd killed you.
No. I don't think you can, but looks like I got a couple of good scratches in.
Enyo, that is where you are wrong. In fact, I can, and I will. But not before you do something very important for me.
Oh, really? So you actually did know who I was when I gave my name?
But of course. You know, fate, Enyo, is a mysterious thing. You're born, you find your calling, you fall in love, you start a family. The world is yours for the taking, everything unfolding before you. And then without warning, it crumbles around you. Takes everything from you, and you scratch and claw and clutch and grasp just to keep your nose above the rubble. You know.
Yeah, like sacrifice. The same way your wife died and your son and my family died. You know, fate.
Yes.
Right? Isn't that what you're trying to talk about?
Yes.
But, you know, that's not truly fate.
Enyo. After all of my gambits were thwarted, all hope lost, the relic gone, the blood of the gods depleted, the impossible happens. A dead girl appears, now herself a woman grown, and with the very thing I need to reclaim everything I've lost. So thank you, Miss Simba. Your death will not be painless, oh, no, anything but. And it will not be swift, but it will not be in vain.
Curious.
Is there anything you'd like to say before we begin?
Well, I'd like to have a conversation if you don't mind, because I'm just curious. I didn't expect you to recognize me, but why me when you have Seraphis? I mean, I know he's been cloistered away, but there was another opportunity. And, I mean, there was even another one, though tortured as she was and dead as she is now. You've had other opportunities. Why do I seem to be the one that you feel is going to accomplish this? Lay it out for me. I mean, I'm not going anywhere, obviously. You did a pretty good job.
Is untouchable. He has kept his distance as well as he can. The only moments where our paths cross are amongst the other Heptarchs. Hardly a second in isolation, or I could even attempt in. If I did, he would know. He would sense it from a mile. Kendra, I don't know what has become of her. I've not seen her in some time.
Oh, she's dead.
Perhaps she evades me. I mean, years.
She's dead. Like she's legitimately totally head cut off, just a body rotting in some old ruins now. It's she's gone.
Seems a fascinating tale. Tell me, how is it that you are here?
Oh,
I know
man.
where your bones rest. I put
right?
them there.
Oh my gosh. When I found out about that, when I got here, mind blown. Not gonna lie, that was trippy. I really almost thought I was taking my other place, you know? No, man, it's been a crazy ride. Basically, the world ended. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Just big boom. Someone I really cared about died. I mean, you know that. You killed a lot of people, and you've killed people that I loved here and there. And I mean, I crashed into a door with some people, some friends. Yeah, they're friends, good friends. And got offered not an opportunity. No, it wasn't a change. It wasn't fate. It was, well, it was a shift, just like you did earlier. Man, that threw me off. That shift you did, where'd you learn that? Because that was impressive. I've got to admit, I did not expect to feel the world just distort like that. I didn't ever think you had such an ability. Honestly, you were never that impressive.
I don't know what you're talking about. I must have hit you a bit too hard.
Yeah, don't worry, I've been hit harder. But appeared here and found out I was dead. Found out how I died and when I died. And then I met somebody that you probably know. You're gonna love this. I met my grandfather. Bum, bum, bum. Isn't that a twist? Didn't even know I had a grandfather. That was funny. Whew.
Your
Kind of
grandfather?
Yeah, my grandfather, right? Like, you wouldn't think that would actually happen, that the crossing. Anyways, crossing of worlds, finding somebody. Met my grandfather.
Wait, you're talking about who exactly now? Your old grandpa Simba? What?
No, my mom's father. Rafin.
Rafin.
I know you know that name. Yeah, see, there it is. There it is.
No.
Oh, yeah.
False.
See? No. He's here. He's here, too. Isn't that weird? You find me, you're finding him. Shoot.
He's here, yet he did not come running back to me. I know that this I cannot.
Well,
believe.
Hold on. You got to give him a break. You got to give him a break, because I give myself a break these days. I don't remember all of my life. He doesn't remember all of his. We kind of just found it out. When we found out that we were related, it was really weird. So yeah, that's probably why he doesn't even really know who the fuck you are. I mean, it sucks for you, kind of sucks for him, but it kind of sucks more for you that he didn't come running back. He's pretty badass, not gonna lie. I'm really impressed.
And you clearly care little for brevity or for concision, but let me make one thing perfectly clear. I don't give one half of a fuck about some dusty old man whose bones you brought up from God knows where. All I care is about here and now and what you provide. So,
okay, that's
I've heard enough. Let us begin. And he moves over to a space nearby, ignoring any additional
and Enyo doesn't.
You might be saying.
Enyo actually doesn't say anything. She's like, "That's fair," and she just goes quiet. She literally falls dead silent, and it doesn't even look like she's really even moving, as she just first time is as quiet as the grave.
He flips something. You hear the movement of metal, and the glass begins to glow bright purple, and you feel yourself fading. Is the most precise way to describe it. It's not pain in the sense of damage being done to your body. It is something more, something deeper. You feel whatever is Enyo, whatever essence you possess, leaching from yourself.
So, just out of curiosity.
Yes.
Does this feeling resemble when, and I know you've already said it's technically not like death, but when I encountered Change, when we had gone through the ship and he was wanting to make a deal, and I was in that in-between space, in a sense, where I wasn't in my body, I wasn't really there. Remember when we had that conversation? Oh, no. Nothing like that? Okay, just curious.
It is a novel sensation. And Enyo, as you feel this sensation wash over you, you feel yourself leave yourself. And you go somewhere. And at first, it's not immediately clear where you are or when you are. But as the vibrating world around you begins to crystallize and to stabilize, you see you are where everything began. You are back in the small house in Riverside, quiet as a grave. Bodies scattered all about, blood all around. You see Enyo, the smaller Enyo, on the ground, unmoving. The door opens behind you, and in walks Kivas. He walks up to you and pats you on the shoulder and says, "Well, boy, what did I tell you? Not gonna take you down with mere blades, are they? Let me see." And he tilts your chin up and rubs at your neck. He says, "See, look, already closing. Was it worth it? Of course. Look at you. Look what you've endured. This is merely the beginning." What happened to her? The little one. What happened to her?
She fought back.
Yeah. Good instincts. No
Always
witnesses.
seem to have them.
But the problem remains, we need to find the boy. Well, if you can call him that.
You still think he's out there? Still think he's running around somewhere?
Yeah, well, we'll find him. He can't have gone far. And we just need a little bit more. You
How
just
much
need to
more?
experience a little. Well, if it were as clear as that, if I knew it precisely, then we would be done by now. But I feel it. We're on the verge of something. Do you not sense it, Caspian?
Father, I just don't know. I mean, she may be a brat, but she was my friend. It just, how many more before it's done? Seriously.
As many as it fucking takes.
And what do you think is the next way to find him? Because she's not alive anymore to tell us if she even knows where he is.
No matter. I, truth be told, don't know if they had anything to do with it. But
wait, so you
seems like
sent me down here just to what, experience this? Is this just another test amongst the millions of tests you've given me?
Yes. And look at
when is it going to be
Perform
enough? Dad, Father, when is it going to be enough of testing me?
As you call out, he just whips you across the face with lightning speed with the back of his hand. You listen here, you little fuck. You shut your goddamn mouth. You know what you've done. You know what you must do. I don't want to hear another word. We're going. Say goodbye.
Goodbye.
And you feel him dragging you away. And Enyo, as this space around you begins to lift, you feel yourself back in this glass dome as the light continues to glow around you, looking just a little bit brighter. How are we doing in there, Enyo? Feeling good?
Feel a little weird, gonna be honest, man. But was there really a reason to kill us, or did you just do it for fucking shits and giggles? Because that's what it seemed like.
Kill your family?
Oh yeah, especially the Enyo here. Like, I mean, what was the point of it all?
Well, there was always an outside chance they were involved, but that proved incorrect. It's fine. It's fine. Because you're here now.
Right, but I mean,
and that's what
it may be
matters,
fine
Enyo.
for you, but have you even asked yourself why I'm here in front of you? Why I willingly surrendered and walked to see you? Why I even came this way? Like, what?
I don't
do you
particularly
even
care, Enyo. I don't particularly care. And it's as this is happening that suddenly you hear Woe's voice ripping through the ether saying, "What, Woe?"
What's that, Enyo? Where are you? We are headed to the sepulcher. Nay. We fought a dragon. I died. Raven stuck it in his eye. Love you. Interrupting your heavy moment for that shit.
And as I'm trying to say it, like, as I'm saying this to it and I finish, this just big ass smile. This is on Enyo's face from hearing Woe. And mentally, Enyo's going to know, good. Working to kill Kavis, but trapped. Keep surviving. We'll meet at Sepulchre, survive, fight, or escape. Missing you all. And that's all mentally. She doesn't actually say that out loud.
And so, Woe, back with the others, you hear this message relayed to you. What do y'all do?
Say that message out loud. Maybe not as beautiful. Yo,
Like
she's trapped as fuck.
Trapped with,
you know,
Kivas?
every time I talk to Enyo, she like really doesn't send me very clear messages.
I feel like "where are you" is a very simple question. Okay.
Yeah, and she just like sends me like these weird broken messages, and I don't know what she's talking about.
Because we don't do that at all.
Well, hearing that Enyo's in trouble, I am immediately in. We need to go. We need to go rescue her now.
She said, "Meet us at the sepulcher."
Could opportunity just bring us right to where she is, so that we can ensure that she gets the help she needs?
Oh,
I
that'd
don't
be
know
cool.
where she is.
Hey, opportunity, this ride, can it go like to a person, not a place? I'm asking the air at large.
Yeah, and you hear the voice of opportunity. I can take you wherever you seek to go, but I need to know where.
Oh shit. Oh.
So
That
if I
was a
said like
misleading
with,
opening.
so if I said with Enyo, you wouldn't know.
Well, that could be so many places.
It's going to take us to the
That's our
graveyard.
problem too. Okay. Where would Kivas have her?
It's got to be in his lab, right? Wasn't that what Enyo described to
Well,
us?
she said she's working to kill Kivas, but she said she's trapped. But I don't know if that means that she's there.
Didn't she say she was trapped with Kivas? Oh no, she's working to kill Kivas, but trapped.
She said she'll meet us there.
Do we just go there? Do we?
We could go there and like set up a picnic, so then when she meets us, she has like
blood bags for her to drink out of?
Yeah, wouldn't that be so sweet?
In a kind of a twisted way, I guess. Okay, I guess.
Yeah.
We go there. I mean, maybe she's stuck there. Who knows? But I just, if it's wrong, like we're gonna be stuck there and
Okay.
not be able to find her.
So, no, but she's probably still in Martyria, right?
Oh God, hopefully.
That's
we don't have
Okay,
any
but
other
she's in
leads if she's
Martyria.
not. Yeah.
No, if she's in Martyria and we go there, I can locate her.
Oh, okay. So we go there, and then if she's
then we can
not
find out.
there, we look for her from there.
Yeah.
She's
Okay,
not
the
there.
city
I
is
can
gonna be
locate her,
chaotic
yeah.
as fuck. Remember that.
But if we go straight to the sepulcher, it's probably like in the mausoleum. It's probably like fucking chill, right? It's not probably full
hopefully.
of like vampires or anything.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Or we could just go to the cat cafe.
I veto. Let's go to the sepulcher.
Let's go. And I mean, even if we get there before she does, like, we can look for like clues.
Hello, Mr. Opportunity. We would like to go to the sepulcher of the Night Queen.
And you were sure?
Well, not now that you asked, but
I just have heard a lot of hesitation and back and forth, so I want to make sure that you're sure.
that's kind of
I'm sure.
how we work.
And I speak for the entire party.
That's not true.
We all just shake our heads.
See,
on that
that's the problem. You guys gotta be sure.
Can you take us? Okay, what about this? Because like, what if we go to the grounds of the manor? Because we know how to get into the sepulcher
Let's
from
just
the grounds.
go to the sepulcher, and then we'll go from there. Yeah.
Okay.
one. That is where we said we would meet her, so let's go.
I guess.
Sepulcher of the Night Queen, please.
Fuck it, we ball.
Thank you.
And a swirling portal appears around you. The second time that all of you, sans Rayfin, have seen this appear in the Garden of God.
Fuck it, we ball.
All right, stepping through the portal, you instantly feel yourselves transported into a musty space. You see the area around you is filled with rubble. There is a headless corpse not far away. You are in the sepulcher of the Night Queen. That headless corpse being Kenderhorn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But no sign of Enyo, at least in this immediate space.
Do we wait? Should we just take a nap or something and wait for her? I'm sure. Oh wait, she said she's trapped. We should probably locate her, huh?
Yeah, I think anything we can do to try to find her would be good.
Okay, so like,
Okay.
what if we like look through around here, maybe?
I can just. It's only one charge.
Do it. Do it.
Okay.
I cast locate creature on Enyo.
And it doesn't take long for the spell to work. You know that Enyo is to the west, about a quarter of a mile away.
She's that way, a quarter mile away.
Thank you.
We should just start walking.
Does anybody know the area well enough or have a map so we could see if there's a likely location?
Hang on. So we're okay, and then we need to get to shit. All right.
So knowing
is
our
west-
location
Is west
in the
map left?
mausoleum.
Yeah, west is map left. So yeah, based on like knowing where you are and having exited and entered the sepulcher a couple of times now, you would know that if you head further west, you are going to go like deeper into the heights and deeper into this estate. So it stands to reason that she's somewhere, because this is a sprawling space.
Yeah.
And a quarter of a mile is not like a lot.
No,
It's not.
It's a very small amount, truthfully. Hey,
All right.
by the way, just out of curiosity, as Ruby, when she got that read, was it directly west, or did it seem to be up, like west at an angle, or was it literally directly through the wall that's next to her?
I don't know if it would be that accurate, but I'll tell you, yes, like on a parallel plane here, the same sort of altitude.
I know the direction. I know if you're moving, so I know that you're sitting still. Yeah.
So she's
And
down in
still
the
she
dungeon
is.
somewhere. So we have to find the lab, but like whatever Enyo got the notes from down here.
Oh, let's go to the manor.
Hell yeah.
All right. All right,
Okay.
let's go up the stairs.
With destination in your plan here, you know exactly where you're going. You are able to exit the sepulcher and the mausoleum, and you enter onto the now like mid-afternoon grounds of Bright Harbor, and you can see in the distance buildings. You remember Enyo talking about where the manor was when she really wanted to go there earlier the last time you were here, but you all decided not to. And it seems like that's certainly the direction that you were sensing.
Wow, so much shade from the DM.
No.
Hi guys, I think we should maybe just skip the manor again. Like, let's go somewhere else again.
Yeah, forget her.
I forget it,
I was thinking about maybe getting married or something. We could go do a wedding.
If we like take another nap, I can perform a ceremony.
Oh my god, that sounds so fun. All right, we gotta go get outfits.
It's the whole new plot. No, let's go. You wanna break into a rich person's house?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Let's go.
Always.
Start sneaking around the estate.
Okay. So go ahead and roll some perception checks to see what you notice as you're moving in this direction.
Oof. Wow. Wow.
All right.
There
we go.
Holy shit!
You guys are really perceptive
the-
coming out of
the-
that.
Two nat ones,
is
and it's
still the
still
highest
the
roll.
highest perception.
That's really
check.
sad.
Sitsu, it seems strange you're not seeing people out and about. Maybe it's not that strange. But it seems like even here in Asher Heights that people have maybe retreated, but then you do see in the distance, it's not the main building, but you do see that there is one where an individual exits the building, and you see that they are carrying a small chest, and then they go into the manor.
Can I point at whatever door they went into the manor and be like, hey, people are behind that one? Like whichever entrance they took. We could
just
like
sneak in.
we could like try and like bust through that one, or like, okay, we know someone just went in that one, so like we take a different door. Is there like a servant's door?
Yeah, I mean, the person that you saw absolutely looked like a servant, and so the door that they entered was not like the front doors, nor was this like little annex that they had exited from. It, you're not quite sure what that building is.
Is it in a westward direction from where we came out of?
Sure is.
Let's go poke around this little annex here.
Okay. As you approach, this building is relatively small. It's about the size of like a family's first home, like you would maybe see in Riverside. It is much nicer, though better construction. And peeking in through one of the windows, you see it is like conspicuously empty inside, except for a hatch.
Oh, I wonder where that goes. Probably not secret place where they tie up girls.
secret place where they tie up girls.
Oh my god. Oh no.
I read a book like this once.
All right, I'm gonna enter the building.
Down the hatch.
Down
You
the hatch.
enter the building, and as you do, Rafin, you hear the sound of like footsteps on metal rungs, and it sounds like someone is climbing.
All right, I'm going to. Everybody else is still outside.
Oh no, we were looking at the hatch.
Okay, everybody's inside.
Well, we're gonna have to leave Fade outside. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, it's okay. As long as I've got Echo in with me. Keep the parrot.
Ah.
All right, so we're given that we hear some noise coming up, we're going to sort of ready ourselves for the hatch opening.
Yes.
Oh, who's going down
And-
first?
No, we're gonna
We're
surprise
gonna
the
see who
person
comes
coming
up.
up.
You see, after maybe 20 seconds, the hatch opens up, and another servant is working their way up, carrying a small wooden chest. And you've noticed them before they've noticed you. What do you do?
I'm going to immediately try to grapple them.
I'm gonna shove my hand in their mouth.
Just like hands come out of the shadows and just like grab this servant, and there's like one over their mouth, one on like each arm, like Sitsu like
And-
grabs the chest.
Just like, C2, you grab the what?
The chest.
You grab
what
the
they were
chest.
carrying.
Is
No!
exceptionally light. And there's obviously startled to be grappled and muffled by you all. Eyes wide.
What's in the box, man?
I like point it towards them and act
Pull
like
my
I'm
hand
gonna
out.
open it.
Pull my hand out. What's in the box?
But quietly.
Nothing anymore.
What's downstairs?
What was it?
Nothing's downstairs officially.
What is downstairs?
Do we look official to you?
I guess not. It's the master's treasury.
So what was in this box?
Gold. He's been moving everything, assets. I don't know. He just said move stuff. We're moving it.
There's no people down there?
I mean, I'm going to be going back there shortly.
Where's he at?
I don't know. I haven't seen him in some time.
So I'm going to tighten my grip to the point where it's extraordinarily uncomfortable for this servant,
Ugh.
just to see if there's any other information he'd like to
Yeah,
provide.
we can let the
Okay,
little
okay,
devil
don't-
eat your eyes
don't-
too.
Don't touch the gold. Don't touch the gold. It's going to be bad if you do.
Okay, we won't.
What's
touch
wrong
it.
with the gold?
Oh, it's got magic on it or something. Like if you touch it, it's gonna hurt you. So don't. I would just recommend you don't. I did it once and it was really bad.
Where else does the master keep treasure that he tells you not to take it to?
I mean, he has a room in the manor, but
Okay.
we've taken everything out of there.
Yeah. When did he come back recently? Did he come back recently?
I haven't seen him in at least a day.
Have you seen this chick? Hey, Lyle, do that thing with your fingers. Minor
That-
illusion.
We're gonna have to be more specific. than
Minor
that.
illusion. A picture of Enyo. Yeah.
And I'm gonna roll to see who's this person. What do they know?
What do they know?
Yeah, actually. Is this your friends? I think
Yeah.
she's dead. She seemed
Alright.
pretty dead when they were bringing her here.
Where did they take her?
I don't know. They
Squeeze-
brought her under the grounds.
squeeze
I
it
don't know. They
harder.
brought her under the grounds.
Where do they get under the ground?
This is underground.
But they
Is
didn't
this
bring
connected
her here.
to more places underground here?
I don't know. There's like a weird door
Where's the weird door?
down in the treasury.
Okay.
I don't know
Can
how to
you
open
show
it.
us?
Yeah. And then can I go?
Maybe.
And
You can leave Faye to babysit this dude.
Please keep him around. I might be hungry.
Well, let's tie him up.
Christ.
So I'm going to take a length of
You're
rope.
just
and
gonna
tie his
drop
ankles
him
to-
down the ladder. He just climbed.
I'm gonna gag him with an apple.
So you've gagged and tied this individual. What are you doing with him?
I just want to point out that
Fate's black.
the rogue priestess of death is the least frightening member of the party.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right.
100%.
Kind of the cute one, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Good. Okay.
Okay, so we're going to take him back down so that he doesn't... and maybe we'll put him right next to some gold. Surround him with some of the gold. Actually, we won't touch the gold, right? What do we see when we go down the ladder?
Well, let me activate a map for you.
Oh,
Ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba. Let me know when that loads for you all.
that's loaded for me.
Oh, okay.
Probably take
Oh,
a
it's so
second to list.
pretty.
As you descend the stairs, you see that the space below you is much larger than the space above, and as advertised, this is where the gold is. You see on the far end a massive golden statue holding a lantern with angelic wings sprouting from its back, just piles of gold scattered all around. There are 4 large kegs to the south, and off to the right there are several chests, 5 of them, 3 of them are open, just overflowing with gold. Immediately to your northwest, you see there are several display cases. And across from Lyle at the north end is what you imagine the servant was talking about when they said there was a door. You see a large 20-foot tall, 20-foot wide stone carving, not unlike what you saw in the mausoleum, except the image on this is not Irem, but a woman with her hands outstretched and a recess that they form. And so that space is here.
And what am I able to sense by way of magic?
As you focus on this area, when you look at the gold and you look at these display cases, they are absolutely magical. And it looks like each individual piece of gold has some sort of enchantment on it.
When looking at the woman, are there like any flowers or anything discernible about her?
So you see that by the look of her, she is a Triton woman. She is beautiful, and she has a kind-looking face, if not sad. And you see that there's also, in looking at this space, there's an inscription.
What does it say?
It's something that, well, I don't know. Who of you actually saw this before? Well, whoa, you actually saw this, I believe. It's a poem. It says,
on the-
"In the navigator's womb, I nourished you. When your toils came to bloom, I rewarded you. When they sank you in your tomb, I mourned you. But never shall you know doom, for forevermore will I safeguard you."
Is it a safe guess to think that the statue looks like Amanul?
Like Amanul in the sense that it's beautiful, sure, but you're not seeing like these roses or anything like that. And
The
it's
one
not
with the lantern?
statue per se. This statue. I thought you were talking about the doorway. So
Sorry.
the statue.
Oh, the statue's
is-
not on the doorway.
No, so
The
this is a
statue
statue over
And the
here.
door.
The
Okay.
doorway has a carving of a woman, just like an intricately carved stone door, with that inscription. The statue, as you look at it, Sitsu, it seems almost to be like an amalgamation of a lot of different the motifs from the various gods. Like the wings don't exactly fit with Amanul. The lantern shedding light on darkness makes sense. The face is kind of old and wizened, like you would expect from Ulfinius. You see that there is like leaves that kind of are adorning its feet, which reminds you of Dorelli, and it seems just kind of like a hodgepodge of gods.
So I'm just going to very loudly say, don't touch anything. There's magic everywhere down here.
None of us have moved since.
Keep my hands to myself.
So do I get any sense of, it literally feels as though every piece of gold has its own individual enchantment on it? Or is it emanating from some source?
You don't. It literally seems like each individual piece.
And do I get any additional read off of any of the items in the various display cases?
Beyond that same sort of warding magic that seems to be on the golds, these items don't look. They don't seem to possess a magic of their own, but they are seemingly important. They look like they're of fine craftsmanship. You see a lot of golds and gems among them. But magic in their own right, no.
But on the door, there appears to be some place that something could be positioned, placed.
The woman's hands jut out from the carving and form a bowl of sorts.
As if she needs one of the objects, right?
Or she needs something. Elsewhere.
The objects
Sorry, go ahead.
are the objects that we're seeing on the map accurate, or just kind of a sense of things?
Like the items in the display case and so forth? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You also see that like spilling out from one of those barrels is some sort of red powder. As you all are figuring this out, Enyo, a rather significant stretch of time from your perspective has passed as little more has happened except for that same sort of feeling of being just fading away as the light around you continues to glow. Kivas has long since stopped talking to you, ignoring any and all of your attempts to talk to him. And the longer this goes on, the harder it seems to form words, to even form thoughts. Enyo, what do you do? Oh, you're muted. We can't hear you.
Is he looking at me while this is happening?
He is not. He's not actively looking. He seems almost to be ignoring you at this point, busy with off to the side here, whatever sort of device he is working with.
Okay. Can I want to try two things.
Okay.
One, I want to I don't even know if this is possible. Reach in and try and feel the connection to my thrall.
Okay. Enyo, go ahead and roll a charisma check.
Okay. That wasn't that great.
It's there, it's faint, it's distance, but you can sense it, and you sense something else, another connection. You didn't notice it before this moment, but there's something else.
Can I refocus and try and follow what the other thing is?
Yeah.
Okay.
And as you direct your attention to that, roll another charisma check. You feel yourself leave yourself once more and rise up through stone and earth, and you emerge in the peak of summer in sprawling gardens of the manor, and you feel yourself gliding across the grass toward an arboretum. Trees of all manner, exotic and beautiful, pungent in their aromas, perfumed even, greet you as you glide forward. It's quiet except for the sound of birds and insects. And in the distance, sitting in the grass, legs crossed, is a woman.
Hello? In a very questioning tone, Enyo says as she appears, seeing this woman.
And as you call out, you see her turn toward you. She looks familiar, but it's not someone who you've ever met. But there's no mistaking it. In looking at her face, her complexion, the light in her eyes, this must be Caspian's mother, Metis. She's beautiful, but there's something about her face that makes it seem like she's barely concealing a great amount of pain.
I'm gonna step towards her and just kind of like look in closer and be like, I know you, don't I? As I ask her in a question.
You do. Not directly.
Yeah,
And
I've never... Well,
not here, at least. I'm sorry for what they've done, for what my death caused. It's not what I wanted.
it rarely is after our passing that others do what we wanted or strive for the same things we wanted. How are you connected to me?
He's trying to bring me back. You know that.
That's what it was always about, wasn't it? But why all the death and what he did to Caspian? I mean,
His grief twisted him. It broke him. And it marred my son. The son I died for, to save.
is your son...
I don't understand it, and I don't condone it. I wish it had been him instead of me, but such is the nature of motherhood.
Okay. Do you want to come back?
Gods know.
I feel that. But how? I mean, can you tell me how to stop him? To stop what he's put into motion? Because it wasn't just bringing you back. Like, I mean, he's done a lot of shit that's wrecked the world, and it's bringing about the full destruction of Martyria.
He has. I've come to learn that he has not acted alone. He was guided, as we all are, by unseen hands. But I fear it's too late for him, for both of them.
Both
I don't
of
know
them.
if there's anything left to save.
What do you mean, both of them? Wait, is Caspian still alive here? Somewhere?
In a sense. You know that. Don't you, Enyo? Deep down?
No, I mean, I used to think he was, but I was shown that in my memories that were unlocked, at least, that he died the same night I did. Oh,
I'm sorry.
that's okay. I mean, I'm getting what my being sucked out of me right now by your late husband, and Enyo plops on the ground next to her, and you kind of both shit up a creek without a paddle. Did I say that right? I don't even know anymore. Sorry, you're in pain. Pain's not fun.
Pain is existence. It's the only thing that's tethering me here now. And he has kept me in pain because he hasn't let me go.
I guess he probably doesn't even realize that, does he? That he's hurting you more than he's helping you.
I don't think he can see anything anymore.
But back to Caspian, I mean, I assumed he was gone completely. I haven't seen no proof that he's still around.
Some places he's gone. But not in all. Not yet.
Can I find him? I mean, can I stop Kavis? I mean, can I stop you being in pain? Like, can I get rid of him and let you go? I mean, if he dies, you're free, right? If I die, what use have I been?
I don't think it's as simple as him dying. He's done things. I don't understand them.
Have you learned anything that could help me? Help those that I might leave behind, but that would fight for me, defeat him?
You know what Kivas is now? Like you, but worse. And I mean that not as offense, but it broke you, you know? What you did. You lost so much.
There's a price paid to accomplish the trial.
And when you have everything, it seems a small price to pay.
I never
to give
had
away
much.
Yourself, Enyo. I hope the cause was worth it. I thought that mine was.
I mean, at the time, yeah. I mean, I still currently do. There's not much, that I haven't wanted to do just to survive. That was the whole reason, the whole point. I've been driven to being a being of just pure survival. I needed to do it. Yeah, that's why I did it.
They both need to die, Enyo.
That's fair.
Kivas, I don't know that there's any shred of humanity left in him. He sold that long ago, before this even. And Caspian, what he's become, the tangle that he is, I don't know if it can be untangled.
And the question is, would Caspian even want to try? I mean, Kivas, I wouldn't even probably give it much to him, though knowing that you were in pain might jar him.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm sorry for what's going to happen. Just know that it's not my choice. It's not what I want.
I'm guessing I might die here. That's at least his goal, is for me to die and for you to come back, right?
I think so.
That's why we're connected. This is the transfer of my essence to you, so that you will live as you were.
more or less, I think. I don't know how it works.
Oh, you don't really
I'm
need to
not
know
a
how it works.
scientist.
I need to know how it works. You just need to know what it does. I mean, the choice will end up being yours, though.
Oh, it's almost done, Enyo. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
If you want to go back and tell him what you've done and then put yourself back in the chair and try and bring me back, you can. But if I don't live through this, let the others know that are about to come what they need to do. Tell them what they need to do.
And she just keeps repeating, I'm so sorry. And you see that she's weeping as she says this through the obvious pain that she's in. Enyo, you again return to yourself in the glass dome, Kivas nearby, silence. Back in the treasury. What are we doing, gang?
Now we have to puzzle with pressure.
There's always been pressure.
We're not good at this. Okay. Okay, is there anything on these display cases that looks about the size of the hand?
There's no individual item. The gems that you see over here are too small. There's gauntlets and goblets and a tiara, a necklace, a halberd, a mask, gilded roses, but none of them seem to be the right shape or the right size.
Does the hand look like, or the hands look like they would hold liquid? Or are they splayed such that...
Oh yeah, it seems like it could hold liquid for sure.
Okay, I'd like to... So are these barrels also emanating some magic?
They are not.
And I'm going to investigate the barrels.
In this barrel, you see this very coarse red powder. Go ahead and roll a nature check here. Or medicine.
Oh, let me see which is going to be better. Not that. I suck at both. All right.
Well, I'll see how you do.
Let's see.
I mean, you roll great.
You got this. I'm gonna guide him.
We believe in you.
Yeah, there we go.
Yay!
And Rafin, even with a 4 on a guidance, if you got that, you're not sure what it is. Maybe it's like a spice or something, like a coarsely ground spice.
I'm going to call the others over.
Sniff it.
Could anybody recognize this?
C2, you're welcome to make a similar check.
Oh Lord.
Do you have references?
Oh,
Do
Lord.
you need help?
Nature or
I will-
investigation, you said?
I will assist.
Nature or
C2.
medicine?
Yeah, nature and
Nature
medicine.
and
sorry.
medicine.
I will assist C2.
Okay.
Okay.
Can't. So that. Am I advantage with help from
Yeah.
Woe?
And Woe would actually be able to provide some help here.
He says ominously.
It's
Yeah,
red
yeah.
die number 40.
Hey, I have the
I'm
highest
gonna-
intelligence. Come on.
Guide myself. Also.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So the color more than anything is an indication to you, but as you get close, you catch a whiff, Woe, that reminds you of Cyril. It seems like this is
Yo, this is drugs, girl.
This is-
Yeah, I thought so.
Chrono before it's Chrono. Some
Oh.
sort of ground seed.
What's the difference between Coke and crack?
Sure.
I'm getting some notes.
Maybe don't look too closely. Well, hang on.
What?
Rafin checking out any of the other barrels?
Yeah, I'm going to just go down the line here and see what I can figure out.
Okay.
Can I go look at the statue while he's doing that?
Sure. Rafin, in this leftmost barrel, you see a fine white grain. It looks like it could be one of several things. that you might find in a kitchen.
I'm the wrong guy to be doing this. We'll check
Please keep
barrel
investigating.
number 3.
Barrel number 3, you see a very similar looking white fine grain. You're not quite sure, okay, which of these is which substance. It looks like it could be sugar, it could be salt.
It's an odd thing to keep in your treasury. Sugar.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Wars have been fought for salt.
How many barrels are there?
Just
4. And then the last one, Rafin, is water.
I actually recognize it without a roll of a 1.
I mean, it looks like water.
What if we have to put them in the hands in order? There's like 4 parts to this saying.
Maybe.
Rafin, roll a wisdom check here to see if you get a gut feeling.
I mean, why do we bother, Nick? Really?
Can we help him somehow?
Yeah, sure.
Can I help him?
Yeah, help the boy with his wisdom check.
I don't know how to help you. I'm gonna guide you, I guess.
I'm giving you.
Because you're all working together here.
Can I give him advantage through?
Yeah, so re-roll it since it was dog shit.
No way. No way.
Delete that.
Hey!
Okay. Rafin, in thinking about this statue, this poem that now you've seen or heard about a couple of times, trying to like parse through what is this thing that it's referring to? What is the eye? And you're drawn back to one of the memories that you had with when you were walking through the grounds of Asher Heights Above with Kivas. And he mentioned something about before you had taken your first breath, before Irem's salts had solidified in your veins, you were a murderer.
All right, I'm going to at least relay that to the rest of the group. I'm not getting any flashes of light here.
Okay.
We see the deadness behind Rafin's one eye. He's just like that old man, just like standing in the hardware section, like, what the fuck am I doing here?
I do have an intelligence of 8, by the way. I'm also, by the way, I am going to just sort of dip my pinky into some of these white powders and touch them to my tongue.
So
I'm looking for salt.
Rub it on your gum.
The first one is definitely sugar. This third one is salts. And if you bother to taste the water, it is salty as well.
I mean, the last door that this guy had with Irem, there was a compass, and we had to put the blood at the 45-degree mark.
All
What's
right.
with this? Do we have to put the blood in our hands? What?
All right.
Is there?
Come
Is
over
there?
here.
No, hang on. I want to look at the giant statue.
Okay, Sitsu. Looking at the giant statue.
Is there A, any sort of inscription, and B, is there anything in the lamp?
The lamp is just like solid gold.
Okay.
So there's nothing inside it. And no inscription, which seems odd considering the magnitude of this. But roll I guess this would be investigation or history check, just to see, like, can you figure out anything from the gold itself as you're like kind of studying it closely?
Oh, I'm gonna guide myself.
Nice.
You're noticing as you look at various parts of this statue that some of the sections, the gold has a slightly different hue to it or a different luster. And it doesn't take you long to piece together that the reason that this looks like such a hodgepodge is it looks like someone took gold from various sources, various statues, and just mashed it together without like doing any proper sort of smelting to get a consistent a consistent form. It's as if it's just kind of been pieced together kind of haphazardly.
Could I tell how many pieces?
It looks like there's 7 distinct sections.
As if this was smelted that way, or more like it was painted on or covered?
Like it was
Ooh.
like sculpted that way, right?
And as thinking about like, is this even gold? It kind of looks like maybe it's not gold. The parts of it that sheen seems like it's supposed to, like that it would like play with the light in a way that it's not. Perhaps this is just gilded or painted.
Don't touch it.
I'm not. I mean, I want. Hey, your parrot could go pick at it.
What are the chances this just turns into some guardian?
Yeah, what if the whole room just
fucks us up?
What if the whole room just blows up?
Okay, but there's
like a trap?
but there's 7 like different pieces on there.
Oh, like the 7
Yeah,
times?
but like which set of 7 are we looking at?
Rafen, you found your salts and your salt water.
Yeah. It feels like this does relate to the poem in some way, right? In the navigator's womb, I nourish you. Would that be the salt water?
That would
Could
make the
very well be.
most sense.
When your toils come to bloom, I reward you. Who knows?
Drugs.
They sank you in your tomb, I mourned you. Maybe toils came to
look.
bloom as sugar?
Yeah.
Salt could be iron at the end.
Or I mourned you could be the salt water, like tears.
Yep. What is the drugs the last one?
Look, drugs could be the answer to any of these.
Forget the campaign. We're just going to trip down here on a barrel full of drugs.
Do we want to try that?
Are you doing any of these things?
What are these things? That's what I'm wondering.
I don't know, man. You seem to have
Here, I'll help
ideas.
you. I'll help you. All right. Right?
Again, not the smartest guy in the room. Gobblefunk is twice as smart as I am.
Not helping.
Wo's the smartest in the room, and she only uses her intelligence for smut. So,
Whoa, what you doing?
Look,
your
your mind out of the gutter and into this barrel, please. What is happening?
into the barrel. You want to take 2 handfuls, and I'll take 2. Oh shit! Sorry.
Oh gosh.
Alan, can we have your...
There's a special place in hell for making fun of the handicapped.
I didn't mean to. I genuinely forgot.
See, what's bad is my first thought was like, how are you going to get a handful of water? And then not...
So is this an order by which we have to put things in the hands?
Rafen, you can do the thing that I could do, right?
Mage hand?
Yeah, you can get another hand.
That's a good point, actually.
Wow.
So you take 2 handfuls, and I'll take 2 handfuls, and then we'll do them in order over there.
Just gonna stand over
We probably need a cup or something for the water.
Right? Or you could mage hand some water, right?
Gobble, do you want us to drink some and spit it in?
Oh, hell yeah.
But we can figure out what... I think there's an order to this.
Yeah. I think we kind of already figured that out. Just grab them.
I feel like
Come on.
What do we
How
think is
did
the
we-
Enyo
nourishing?
could be dying right now. Okay, guys?
All right, what order do you want to do this in? Whoa,
Right.
because you kind of just
Just
said
grab
no.
them and then come over to the door.
And do what?
All right.
I can't
Oh,
wait to
gosh.
hear the rest. She has the beginnings of a plan,
She has the concept of a
the
plan.
concept of a plan.
Hey, I mean, if we get it wrong, we get it wrong. Nothing bad happens.
We don't
Definitely.
know that. There's a giant gold statue up there.
They're the
likely to
regrets
come to
standing
life
in
and
front
fuck
of this
us up.
statue, aren't
I
they?
feel like the tears for salt water is correct. That sounded really good.
That feels good.
And I feel sugar for
Nourishment?
rewards. Oh.
Yeah, maybe.
Nourished. Okay, if we're going with tears for saltwater, then we're going off of the last verb there. So reward, nourished, sugar, reward, drug, mourn, saltwater, and then safeguard, salt.
Oh, I thought safeguard was drugs.
Okay,
So
that
you didn't have a
works
plan.
too.
What? Would I know what plant or would I know where Chrono comes from?
Oh wait, you did say it was like seeds, like poppy seeds, kind of. So that could be
Mhm.
nourished.
Yeah, I'm thinking the salt
Oh,
is safeguard.
But wait, cause seeds, it like came to bloom.
Y'all are gonna be so mad when you find out the answer.
It
yeah.
doesn't fucking matter the order.
It
Nick-
doesn't
All
matter.
of them
It's
Nick
just
has-
mash them together
This
and throw it in.
What you have
I
created,
believe-
Nick, you
I
have put
believe-
enough detail that we drastically overthink everything.
Let's do salt,
This is
Just
sugar,
really
dump
what
them
you
all in there.
created,
That's
Nick.
what
salt,
happens.
Your
sugar,
fucking fault.
salt water, and drugs. Deal?
In that
Ready?
order?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I should start playing the funeral march through my microphone as you guys are doing this.
Whoa.
I'm
You
just
pour
looking at the
salt into this recess? Is that what you're doing?
Can't wait.
I think that's the wrong order.
Just
It's happening.
What
Whatever.
order then?
I think salt is safeguarding. Is it? You create.
Uh,
You put
I
salt
think
circles
drugs
around.
are
it.
safe.
That makes sense. Seeds,
do it.
sugar, salt, water, salt.
Do it.
Yeah, I like that
Fine.
order.
Drugs first.
I'm
I
dying.
throw the drugs in.
you throw the drugs in. Nothing
Can't wait to
happens.
hear how easy
All right.
this is.
Okay.
I throw the sugar in.
Nothing happens.
Well,
Salt water.
drugs, sugar. Okay, come on, bring some water over.
Okay. We're dumping some water in there too.
You dump. You're just like mixing this all up.
Well, we're
Yeah.
just putting a little at a
Yeah,
He says while
Stop,
laughing at us.
Nick. Leave us alone.
I can't
You-
wait to see what
You put the salt water in, and suddenly the hands begin to glow. The whole door begins to glow as it slides open. The answer to all of it
just
was
needed
just
salt.
salt. It just needed salt.
God damn it.
All right, let's fucking go.
Your
We should have put the
sweat
salt
is the
in
reward of your
first.
toil. Tears, preservation with salt. You had it. It was salt.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
For the
let's go.
record, the door's open, so shut the fuck up.
For the record, salt first.
I'm just
And you're
okay.
able to step through.
Let's go. All right, the statue's pretty cool. I guess we'll come back to it.
Oh gosh.
We're not
Oh,
touching
I'm
anything.
standing on Lyle.
Oh, is it? I can't see. Oh, there we go. I lost Lyle
Oh.
and Gobblefunk.
That's because I.
I'll bring them in, and I'll bring in little
Echo.
Flappy Boy.
Flappy, flappy.
Raven,
And-
be quiet.
As you emerge from this space, you can see in the distance of this large stone chamber are two things that sort of dominate because of the color that they are glowing. You see off on the left with a impossible to miss and recognize visage is Enyo, strapped into a metal tomb-like chair, almost like an Iron Maiden, in a glass domed tube, giving off this purple lights. Off to the right, there is an equal setup. However, in that chair, you see a skeleton with something in its lap. In the center of the room, as you approach Rafin, you see there is a pit. The part of your view here that is obscured is pillars. And if you're not mistaken, Rafin, over to the side of Enyo, fidgeting with some sort of contraption, is the man that you've been seeing in your visions. Enyo, you feel as if there is little of you left. What do you do?
I'm going to... I want to call out to him and be like, do you know you're slowly causing her pain every single time you've done this? Every year you've kept her here and held on to this, that she suffers. She continues to suffer as you try and pull her back into this reality.
As you open your mouth to speak, you feel your tongue is thick, and while that was your intent, it just comes out as sort of a garbled slurring.
Blah, 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 blah. Do I hear myself, understanding that I didn't relay?
Yeah, you would know that you were unable to communicate the extent of your idea here.
Can I get an intuition if I were to like release my thrall? Would that allow me to have more energy and more focus?
It stands to reason. A part of your attention, even when you're not thinking of it, is always focused on that, maintaining that connection.
After realizing I can't even speak, I'm gonna yank on the thread and push down the line. I release you, and then I'm going to let the thread of my thrall go that I found earlier.
And as you think this, it's almost as if you see a spectral thread appear in front of you, grows taut for a moment, and then snaps like spider silk. But when it does, everything cracks and splinters. The world around you seems to break. And Enyo, you are back in that place between places where everything is filled with watercolors and shifting lights. And no time passes, or a lifetime passes, or both. And then you hear a cool laugh. Enyo. Look at your predicament. That seems to be your thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's it going? It's been a minute.
Oh. It's felt like no time at all. But when you have the perspective I do, what are days? What are years? What's a millennium?
True. The gaze of a true immortal. Got it. Yeah, that's fair.
And you really wanted to change things, didn't you?
Yeah. You know, I really wanted to make a change, make things different, find out the truth. We kept going in circles.
Even before that, Enyo, you wanted to change yourself to become more powerful than you ever dreamed possible.
Oh, yeah.
To feel strong enough to stand up against the horrors of your past.
100%. All about surviving and dominating that.
But Enyo, the problem is you did not face those horrors. You did what so many have done. You chased what so many have chased. A shortcut, a loophole, a fast track. But like so very few, you actually found it. Did it feel good, Enyo, the power?
I'm not gonna lie and say no. I felt more in control than I had in quite a long time.
But you know that was an illusion. The power was not real power. It was not your own. It was borrowed, temporary. And it fails you now as it leaves your body. Yes, Enyo, it is all but gone.
I figured that was what he was taking. Stealing, but...
Why do you think that he didn't just use Seraphis or Kendra like you suggested? Oh, he gave his excuses, but think about it. Why?
They were excuses. It's very true. He didn't give me a straight answer at all. I mean, there's so many ways he could have used them, but he didn't, and I still don't understand why, other than they were
that's
together.
where you're wrong, Enyo. He couldn't. And he tried. Oh, yes, he did. Unsuccessfully, of course. Surreptitiously. But you see, they've been the way they are for too long. It's matured in them in a way that it hasn't matured in you. You are ripe for the picking.
I'm fresh. I'm new. I'm the newest thing.
But tell me also, Enyo, why is it that you are able to do what Seraphis, what Kivas, what Kendra could not? Why is it that you can bend the life force of another to your will and then release it as you just did?
But that was the deal. That it couldn't kill them anymore.
Yes. Yes, Enyo, never forget it was because of me.
Yeah, that's what we agreed upon. I would be what I was with the skills I had, not the drive I had, but I could not kill him anymore. I'm not even gonna be able to kill him if I were to get out of this, technically by the deal, but then again, there are many ways he can live without really living.
Do you wish to live, Enyo?
Yes.
Do you wish to have what you have lost return to you? That which you crave, now that it's gone?
You mean that which has been stolen from me?
Well, you gave it of your own volition, Enyo.
Wait, which version are you referring to? That which Kivas is stealing now? Or that which I gave away when I drank?
Dear Enyo, what Kivas has taken from you, it's gone. But is he going to stop in time? Will he take the rest of you with it?
So can you return what I freely gave away from before? Is that what you're saying?
I can.
How? I gave that away.
It is time, Enyo. It is time for you to make good on what you owe. Time to cash the check. But because I am magnanimous, it is not for me. No. It's for him. I owe it to him. He has worked so very hard. So, when you do it, make him suffer.
Well, that's a guarantee. To make him suffer. That I can do with relish if you're returning to me what I've lost.
It's as good as done.
And that's it.
Outside of this space, Rafen, Woe, Sitsu, you see Enyo. Her head is like lolled off to the side. She looks very poor. What are you all doing?
I would like to drop a Hound of Ill Omen next to him.
Okay.
We're just going in.
Are we into initiative at this point, or
that would bring us into initiative?
All right.
If you want to do anything before that, speak now. Forever hold your peace.
Can I get a hypnotic pattern off for initiative?
So as soon as you like cast a spell, you're taking an act to initiate combat. That we roll initiative to, and then so that's the way she goes. And all right, so everybody, let's roll initiative. We'll see when the hound actually appears. All right. As you go about like beginning to ready or cast these spells, you see suddenly the lights surrounding Enyo disappears, as does the lights at the off to the right, and the glass shatters on both. Enyo, the restraints around you burst in an explosion, sending metal flying. Enyo stands on steady legs in this space, with fire in her eyes. But even from here, Rayfin, you can see the gold that was once there is gone. Enyo, your gear is gone, but as you look down at your hand, you see shimmering in golden lights is your dagger, Oblation. Suddenly, off to the right, where the skeleton is sitting on this chair, the object in its lap begins to crackle as ribbons of black energy start pouring out and solidifying as a ghostly, ghastly wail rips through, and you see a spectral visage of a mournful woman appears. And given the time, and given all of the shit that I know is going to be popping off in this encounter, so that we don't have 30 minutes of fight and then break, I think now would be a good time to end our session. We'll have a shorter one tonight.
Oh, that's a good spot. Good spot. Well, dang. All right.
Excellent.
Excellent. All right. Well, everybody, go ahead and say bye, stream, and we'll be kicking off a badass
stream.
fight when we
Bye,
come
stream.
back.
Bye, stream.
We'll talk to you guys later.
Bye, guys.
Farewell.